Step up.
There.
Which I know y'all will do.
There. Everybody good if we get them there?
Yeah.
Thank you, Don. Hello. Yeah. Okay, here's something to mark the spot. Watch out.
Nah, it won't matter.
I know, well, we can get the players to do. The pop, it won't matter at all.
Everyone stays where they are.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get.
Mark an X right
Yeah, well, I was trying to find something to mark it with. I know, Pop. You have pay? You have the F tape? I'll mark it in a heartbeat. I'm a little gimpy. I'm kind of. I've been nicked up. Yeah, the back, the knees, the face, everything. It is. It really does. It really does.
The noon producer thinks you're a player. We're taking it live.
You can take it off if you want.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
He's out.
I know, right? Who's this guy? I don't see him on the roster. Who is this?
Stand there to do your pop impression.
No. Really?
He's out. Ankle. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Players will get. So we got players here. Pop will be wherever. Good? Don't let me push in front of that. In charge. That's right. Don't mess it up, Larry.
Pressure. He wasn't in this room when I said that.
You weren't there. Yeah, exactly.
I've laid it out right now.
I know. Hit somebody. This is one guy. I don't have to worry about that. That's right. That would happen. I think it was you.
And it was literally like there were photographers like hitting each other. It was so bad. I mean, like they were cramming on the cars. These prisoners were in, and everybody was going crazy. And the military's like pointing guns, and I'm like,
Yeah, see, we did it.
So this is very tame.
well, I remember American drums, you know, it's like.
It looked pretty good.
Wait around and try to find it.
So he's gonna go to the roof then and do it.
No, it's like you were to practice facility. Yeah. So we do the hit there.
Right, so I got four of them.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah. So got it right.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my gear with these though for tomorrow, and then I'll get it.
Different than what came in on the email last night. Last night it was like blankets and 9 until 6, you know. Now it's do this and go home.
You got light?
That's the big question on the layers maybe of the year. Are they going to keep the practice facility headquarters in Oakland? Because it's an ideal situation where they're at. You know?
The Marriott.
Yeah, and it's, you know, they've got security,
I get to pick what they want on Facebook Live.
all the space they need,
You're live now?
No, I will be.
and it's close to us.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we're
I
definitely.
won't have to commute into the city to cover them.
Probably got a lot of views.
You gotta tell everyone standing around waiting.
Here comes pop, pop now, pop now, pop now.
Pop, you mind stepping up a little bit?
Oh, I don't like people behind me.
You guys mind spreading out so we can see them?
If you guys want to spread out, I'm not gonna, I can't answer a question like this.
Coach, you know the stats of Kawhi for tomorrow.
He's in MRI right now, but I would guess he'll be out.
Pop, how much more difficult is it without him, obviously, against a team?
Come on, man. How much more difficult is it?
I mean, it's
How would it
no
be if
difference.
Curry didn't play? How much more difficult would that be? I'm not a happy camper, but that's a silly question. A two-step lead with your foot closeout is not appropriate. It's dangerous. It's unsportsmanlike. It's just not what anybody does to anybody else. And this particular individual has a history with that kind of action. You can go back and look in Dallas games where he got a flagrant 2 for elbowing Peti Mills. The play where he took Kawhi down and locked his arm in Dallas and could have broken his arm. Ask David West, his current teammate, how things went when Zazou was playing for Dallas and he and David got into it. And then think about the history he's had and what that means to a team, what happened last night. A totally unnatural closeout that the league has outlawed years ago and pays great attention to it. And Kawhi's not there. And you want to know how we feel about it. You want to know if that lessens our chances or not. We're playing very possibly the best team in the league. You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the East. And 9.75 people out of 10 would figure the Warriors will beat the Spurs. Well, we've had a pretty damn good season. We've played fairly well in the playoffs. I think we're getting better. And we're up 23 points in the third quarter against Golden State. And Kawhi goes down like that. And you want to know if our chances are less, and you want to know how we feel? That's how we feel. Follow up? Does that pretty much cover it? Okay, thank you.
You expect the league to do anything?
Because when you do those press conferences in Washington, they always say, I got one more question. I got a second question.
You expect the league to do anything?
I don't care what the league does. I'm just telling you how I feel. The league is the league. They do what they do. I could care less.
Did you express the same tone with Kiki?
No, I didn't call the league. Why would I do that? They looked at the play. If they do something, they do something. If they don't, they don't. All I care about is Kawhi's not there. And, you know, having your horses is important at this point in the deal. And when you're playing Golden State in their place and you're playing like that, it's pretty cool. And if he would have played and they'd have ended up winning, I go get dinner, have a glass of wine, wake up the next day, go to practice, and move on. But this is crap. And because he's got this history, it can't just be, oh, it was inadvertent. He didn't have intent. Who gives a damn about what his intent was? You ever hear of manslaughter? You still go to jail, I think, when you're texting and you end up killing somebody. But you might not have intended to do that. All I care is what I saw. All I care about is what happened. And the history there exacerbates the whole situation and makes me very, very angry. But I'm still open to follow-ups.
A basketball player should have a responsibility for the safety of the other 9 individuals on the floor.
Nobody wants to do anything that would put anybody else in danger for a game or a career. This guy's history is different.
Is this a situation where you're also considering Kawhi's long-term future when you decide whether he plays or not?
That's why we sat him in the Houston series, because we weren't sure. We weren't sure, what this injury was, and we did the same thing with Tim Duncan early in his career in the Phoenix series. He could have played in that playoff, and I sat him because he had a great future ahead of him. So we'll see. We'll see what the MRI says, but obviously he won't play tomorrow. Does that pretty much cover it?
Yes, sir.
I'm figuring today's not.
You don't need anything else? Because I know you have a hard time deciphering.
Yeah, I know. I'm figuring today's not a good day to ask any questions about Donald Trump.
No, not a good day. That's a very complicated situation. So much to grab from. You don't know where to start. So I'll let that go for today. Don't you think, Tommy? That's okay.
I think you might talk about last night, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did. All right, have a good day.
Thanks, Bob.
San Francisco, great place.
Get out there, type that shit. Get that thing going.
Oh, sure, man. Here. You got it.
It says Pop never gives good sound.
That was awesome. I thought he was going to punch somebody.
That wasn't your reaction to his question. That was premeditated.
He just needed somebody to go out.
He was going to do that. Whatever the first question was going to be, he already had it. He knew what he was going to say. Yeah, we got it up that he's more close that we need now.
That was fun.
Yeah, I missed his first minute though, because the internet wasn't working.
Yeah, Megan.
I know. I got a lot of mic.
Right. Let's get it started.
Do you mind coming in? Pop told him no, you're allowed to do that.
Tall enough standing here for you?
Yeah, today. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Patty, Pop was very angry about what happened with Kawhi Leonard. Did you see the play? You feel the same way?
No, I didn't see the play. I saw a replay. That's about it. I can leave it there.
Okay. You mentioned a running you had with Zazu in the past. Do you think he's a dirty player?
Look, to be honest, this is all over. I'm assuming one play last night. So I think on behalf of our players and teammates, we're going to let Pop handle that and say what he needs to say, and all we can control, to be honest, is going out game 2 and playing hard and playing smart to get back on track. But we have a great opportunity. You know, like I said last night, depending on how Kawhi's feeling with his ankle, you know, is obviously a big loss either way. But I think the belief still within the group is that no matter who's on the floor or not, we still got a great opportunity here, and we all believe that no matter who's on the court, we can go and get this done. You know, we've grown closer as a group as the season has gone on, and that belief and trust in one another is so important, and we have that. So you know, whether or not injuries affect us or not, you know, we still have that belief that we can go out there and get it done.
Is that something you'd rather know now? Because Pop said most likely he doesn't think he'll play. Is it better for the team to know now instead of waiting till game time?
No, I'm not sure, to be honest. You know, I don't think it could affect us. I'm not sure. We haven't, you know, had that in the past. You know, Houston game, for example, game 6. But I think our preparation and our mindset is the same. Like I said, no matter who's on the court or not. So I don't think it would.
What has this past few weeks been like emotionally for you guys? Just the hit, you lose Tony, and then you lose Kawhi, and then Kawhi's back, and you lose him again. How do you ride that sort of roller coaster?
Yeah, look, I think it's brought us together. Like I said, I mean, we've grown together closely as seasons gone on, and you know, incidents like that, you know, is a test of character. And to be honest, I think it has brought us closer together to understand that, yeah, you know, we got to come together to be able to do this as a group. And the belief is still there with everyone, from the players to the coaching staff and supporting staff. So it's a, you know, it's a good environment, of mindsets that we're all in this together, and you know, that's what we've got to have for sure at a time like this.
Patty, has Coach Pop voiced to the team at all what he voiced to us about his displeasure with Zaza and the anger of what he saw on tape?
Yeah, we knew we knew the deal, and you know, for him to let us know that you know, he's going to handle it, and that we will, you know, let him handle it and not say anything further. But I think that's, like I said, to handle it the right way for us as players, and let him do all that. Yeah.
Was it last night he let you guys know that, or today?
No, it was today. Yeah.
Would you like to see the league do more for player safety in regards to defenders sliding under jump shooters?
Yeah. No. To be honest, I think I'm assuming Coach Pop had answered that question, but you know, like I said, for me as a shooter, I'm just going to keep shooting like I normally do.
As a shooter who shoots a lot of threes with guys closing out, is it something that you become more and more concerned with, your space underneath you to land?
No, not really. I can't jump very high anyway, so I don't get off the ground very much.
Patty, before yesterday, almost nobody in the country was giving you guys any chance, and now you lose your best player. Do you realize how big of an underdog you guys are right now?
You know, we know that we are, and you know, we don't care either way about any of that, to be honest. But I can tell you what, you know, if that is the case, I think we've grown a lot of confidence from a game. You know, I know it's a tough way to lose yesterday after being up for so long, but I think, you know, taking away positives from the game, you know, it's confidence to know that, you know, we can run with these guys, and with the guys that we do have, and we proved it yesterday. We obviously got to fix a lot of mistakes and not, you know, make a lot of mistakes there at the end of the game yesterday, and we'll focus on that. But I think that, like I said, the belief and confidence, you know, you try to take the positives out of any sort of situation. But I think that's where we're at in terms of yesterday's game.
For you personally, how taxing is it to run around with Steph on defense?
Oh, it's tough.
And then to come back and have to try to supply offense on the other end?
Yeah, no, it's tough, and we all knew it. You know, we need to have a lot of, you know, battery packs in the back pocket to be able to chase him around. But it's a team defensive job. You know, 1 through 15. almost everyone needs to know where he's at on the court at the one time, as well as their other shooters and their other playmakers as well. So it's obviously not easy, but it's a team job. And like I said, we're going to do this together if we're going to get it done. And knowing, defensively where he's at as well as everyone else is important, but it's a team job.
Patty, assuming Kawhi's out and Џонатон steps into the starting lineup, just talk about his growth and the confidence you guys have in him.
Oh, all the faith in the world in Sims and how he's performed not only throughout this season but the playoffs as well. So, he's been living for this moment. He's worked very hard. He's earned it. He's earned the right to play minutes, to play big minutes, and he's producing as well. So, all the faith in the world in him, as well as all the other teammates do as well. So, it's a challenge, but it's we're all competitors. We live for these challenges. So, he'll do a great job.
Thanks, Patty.
Thanks.
No live shot. No live shot. No live shot, because we're going to have Danny.
Danny, Pop was very angry with what happened with Kawhi.
Oh, yeah?
Do you care to comment on are you guys all as a group angry about what happened?
We're not happy. I mean, obviously unfortunate situations. I think he covered of how we feel as a group for the most part. But we just knew what we had in front of us, the opportunity that we had. We still have the opportunity. I still believe in our guys, our young guys. We just have to mentally, get them, in a positive direction, get them going. Last night was not just a physical beating, but emotional, mental, draining game for us to start. But I said we have, with our best player, we have a great opportunity. We don't know where he's at today. We figure out, I guess after his MRI and what the recovery time is, but we still have a chance to do something special. But we felt with him, we had really good chances. So nobody's happy about it.
Then you're one of the best in the league at guarding jump shooters. Is that something you just don't do? Take that extra slide when a guy's in the air.
Didn't do a great job yesterday. I mean, they let him get off at that third quarter. Was rough. But it's just knowing certain guys' strengths and certain guys' weaknesses and trying to make them.
I'm talking about what Zazу did to Kawhi, the extra move he had under his foot.
Yeah, I've never done that before. I said, but I'm not a big man. I don't know his coordination. What he was trying to do. He couldn't stop it. Who knows? End the shot clock. I said, it happened. The play is over. There's nothing we could do about it. It's an unfortunate situation. So we're not happy about it. But the way I've guarded jump shooters, and I said obviously they would call foul. And at the time, they were arguing that it wasn't a foul. I think it's pretty clear that it was a foul. But I said we have different techniques of guarding shooters.
Do you recall having a bunch of, as a team, having problems with him last year when he was in Dallas?
I do. And throughout the years, he's a chippy player. He's one of those guys that does the dirty work for them and for whatever team he's playing for. A couple guys on this team have gotten into it with him. Guys on other teams got into him. So, it's just his style of play, I guess. But I said we have to focus on now, not really focus on what happened in the past. We have to figure a way to move forward, and I said get in a positive direction mentally, and fix the mistakes we made, because we still had great opportunities to win that game yesterday.
Has it felt like an emotional roller coaster the past few weeks? With you lose Tony, you win that series, you lose Kawhi, Kawhi's in, Kawhi's out. How do you guys?
Yeah, I think yesterday in itself was a roller coaster. There's a lot of the different emotional things going on, and it was still early in the day. For 4 or 5 o'clock, I felt like I've been through a lot. So the playoffs for us has been rough. But nobody's gonna feel bad for us. We have to continue to go out there and play. And say no Tony, no Kawhi as of right now. We don't know what's going on. But I said yesterday, felt like we've been, to hell and back in just 3 hours. But so we'll figure it out. So we'll look at the film, see what mistakes we can fix, and I still believe we can make some special things happen.
Was Pop as animated with you guys this morning as he was with us when he addressed the media?
He's not a guy to when he feels strongly about something or emotional about something to hide it or to bite his tongue. So he lets everybody know how he feels in the room, and he obviously let us know, addressed us a certain way of how he was going to handle certain things, and we know what we expect from him. I don't know, haven't seen it yet. I'm sure I'll see it as soon as I get out of here.
You'll probably see it.
Yeah, so I said we
don't
feel.
have to beep him in this one.
No beeps. Oh, okay, that's good. But so we know how he is. We know how emotional he can get. But it's a serious emotional time of the year, and so we know what's at stake. We know the opportunity we have, and there's a good reason for it for guys to be upset about it.
What do you think the reaction is going to be?
Last one.
Be to Zsa in Game 3 in San Antonio.
I don't know, man. We're looking forward to seeing what it's like, but all we can worry about is winning games, so trying to win games, putting ourselves in that position. Last night we had positions, we had times, we had opportunities to still win the game. With Kawhi even being out, we didn't rebound the way we needed to. We didn't get back in transition the way we needed to. We didn't follow the game plan the way we were supposed to with getting to the shooters and letting them get hot. So we'll look at the film and clean it up and worry about winning games and not so much about what Zaza's doing or what the crowd is doing. We got to keep their crowd out of it as best we can, and at home get our crowd into it. So whatever we can use to help ourselves and help get us flowing in that direction would be great.
Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
We need stuff for tomorrow because they're only going to give us anybody tomorrow. Move on to another subject.
Jonathan, Pop was pretty upset about what happened yesterday with Kawhi. Do you guys as a group kind of feel the same way?
Yeah, but trying to channel our focus to Game 2 and handle it from there. Just come out and finish the game.
Pop said most likely Kawhi won't play, which means I guess you'll start. Is that something you like knowing with a day in advance, or?
It doesn't matter. Game I started before the Rockets, I didn't know till 30 minutes before game time maybe, so that doesn't matter. We're professionals. We're just here to do our job. That's what we get paid to do.
Because you guys have been here before, just recently in Game 6, is it almost go back to that style of basketball that y'all played against the Rockets? Tomorrow's game, if Kawhi can't go, which probably can't.
I'm not sure yet. We haven't talked about that. We're gonna do the Spurs way and figure out how we need to win and steal a game on the road.
Jonathan, can you talk about your confidence level and your growth this season to be, what you did in Game 6 and being very confident in your shot right now?
Just believing in my game and obviously having confidence, and the belief from teammates and coaches is just what's helping me, and just putting my work in. Confidence to show itself.
You guys were able to overcome the loss of Tony and Kawhi both in Game 6 at Houston. Is it a whole different kind of emotional burden to look at an entire series that you might have to survive?
No, I wouldn't say emotional burden, but just have to tweak some things. And, again, we're professionals. This is what we have to do. We have to be prepared for stuff like this. That's why they tell everybody to stay ready.
How much difference is it, though, that this is Golden State, not Houston?
It's a lot of difference because it's a lot of more guys, better guys that we have to cover, and they play better as a team together than the Rockets did. So we just have to watch the film and see what we can get better for Game 2.
There were periods where you didn't play in the regular season. Did you ever go to Pop and express to him that, hey, I'm ready?
Never went to Pop and said a word. Just continued to show my work and to be patient and show that I was ready.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Chris? Yes. Is that it?
Yes.
Lower right.
All right.
There's a button.
You don't have to go sit somewhere and think about anything, Tom.
Jeez. 3 minutes, 3 minutes sportscaster is ran. In its entirety.
Right.
You guys good? Pau, Pop was very animated, very upset about what happened with Kawhi yesterday. You guys as a group, are y'all upset about what happened?
I mean, we're upset that we won't have our best player on the floor with us on game 2. I don't know farther than that, but you know, I don't know the gravity of his injury. I just know that he couldn't keep playing, and that affected us clearly. So it's an unfortunate situation. It is upsetting, but from a player standpoint, you just can't do much about it. You just gotta go out there and keep competing and do your best and try to pick up the slack and, you know, just be who we are.
Have you seen the play?
I haven't seen the replay. No, I haven't seen the replay. But you know, I'm assuming it opens discussion, but again, nothing we can do now from a player standpoint.
Do you have any history with Zaza? Do you think he's cheap or chippy or dirty or anything?
I think he has a history on getting away with plays, and sometimes he didn't get away with plays. A couple of years ago, I think in a playoff with Milwaukee, also got tangled up with Mirotic and injured him, and he missed a game or two in that series as well. But again, I don't have anything personal with the guy.
Is there more the league can do to protect jump shooters on that sort of play, or they do what they can?
I'm not sure. Again, that's not my position to be. You know, the league has to do whatever they need to protect the game, and I think they try to do that as much as they can, right? Again, it's an unfortunate play that happened because you know, even if it was intentional, you just don't know what's going to happen. That's those type of plays, again, it's just hard because one of our main player got hurt by it, and we're in the conference finals, and we're trying to get to the next level and trying to win a championship, and it's a lot harder without Kawhi.
What's the confidence level of this team, though? Pop said most likely he won't play in game 2.
Right.
You guys feel like you can still get it done without it?
I mean, that's kind of how we felt on Game 6 against the Rockets, right? And we regrouped, and we just went out there and competed and played as hard as we could with the players that we had. And that's what we'll continue to do. Understanding the Warriors are a very talented team. And yes, thank you. And you know, so we're gonna have to be really sharp tomorrow. We got to limit our mistakes. These guys really make you pay, and they have so many weapons that the game can swing in a heartbeat, as we experienced. So we just got to do things right from the beginning to the end, and to give ourselves the best possible chance.
Is ball movement almost like you gotta make sure that that's a part of it, because
for sure
you don't have your creator out there.
Oh, for sure. We gotta make the ball move, swing side to the floor, put it inside, get it back out, drive closeouts. They switch a lot, and we gotta make them pay. If the ball gets stuck, then we kind of play into their hands. So, ball movement is always important against anyone. It was against Memphis, it was against Houston, and it's probably more so against the Warriors.
Tom, you listen to Peti Mils, you would think you guys are the favorite. His confidence never seems to waver.
I like
Can you
it.
talk about his leadership stepping up since Tony's gone down and how he brings that optimism?
He has the competitive edge and it's a great spirit overall. Just he goes out there and just competes. He's hard out and he's just really I think a great player to have on your team because the spirits are always high no matter what, and he's always going to give you his best, and he's always going to be out there again giving you the best he's got. So we're all on board with Patty.
With Kawhi once and then Kawhi twice. Do you have to fight against letting it wear you down just mentally?
I mean, it is what it is. Again, you just can't control those things, right? They're a part of the game. They happen, and it's harder when they happen to you against, and especially in this type of situations and this time of the year. So we just got to, pull together and keep fighting through it until the very end. And we just can't control what the two of our main players got hurt. But let's see. I think I have a lot of good faith in our team that we reacted really well, and we haven't allowed these situations to stop us or limit us or wear us out or take some emotionally from us. So let's see how we come back tomorrow and what kind of game we play, and I think that's going to be indicative of who we are, and I think we've done well in those situations.
Thank you, Pau. Thank you, Pau. Appreciate it.
That was a safe try.
I don't ever remember. Chip, do you remember Pop going off like that about first going?
What are you, like half of 2,000 people on Twitter?
Almost sort of striking.
I know, we're really not. I mean,
For sure.
Hang around, man. Just roll. Does Zaza have a worse history than Bruce?
I mean, you're not the only one asking that question. Things I would love to say on the record.
Who